Hello.
Jesse,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah. Close one there.
So what happened there at the end? Did you think both of you guys weren't sure who was ahead at 7-7?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure. I didn't know if I got a 5. I thought I was down. So I was going hard. I thought I was down. He thought it was up. You know.
Did you think that they did 3 and 2 on that play, and then they went 5 and 0? Remember when they stopped it? Is that what you thought?
Yeah. Honestly, that's something that I need to pay a little bit more attention to because if I get a 5, you get criteria, you have bigger points. So in the future, yeah, that's definitely one of my holes. I was talking about this last time. These tournaments are great for learning, great for technique because they bring out all your holes. It's another thing. Got to be more cognizant of that. But I saw the score 7-7. I was like, I'm not chancing that. I need to score, right? So that's what I saw. So
When's the last time you stood up with the referee and he raised your hand and you thought he was going to raise the other hand?
I don't know. It's been a while. These matches, these close matches don't happen that often. This senior level, and basically these guys are tough, and sometimes you get those really close matches, and it, like I said, it really brings out all of your weaknesses. And like I'm really grateful that I get to have these tournaments before I go over to the the qualifier so I can qualify this way.
So they put you as 10 seed coming into this thing. Do you think that anyone overlooked you?
I kind of expected that, I didn't really have a good performance before. But I was sick last time, and then I had I had homework, so much homework, it was ridiculous. And so I had finals literally the week before I went to that tournament, and I was just like, God, why does it always have to line up like that? But but yeah, it just the timing wasn't right for that, and I had a terrible performance there, and they just seeded me off of that. So now we're not really surprised how they seeded me.
I think we have a couple of media questions. Mike, do you have something?
Hey, Jesse, Mike McAdam from the Gazette. What did you expect out of yourself coming into this tournament?
I was trying to get this shirt in the side. I made this shirt because it's as a joke. Greco was born. I figured that I'd have some pretty high intense matches and then just throw this shirt back on just to kind of make a statement. So, but yeah, go ahead and ask that question one more time.
Yeah, just what did you expect out of yourself coming into, and you kind of gave us a little background on the 10 seed and how that worked out and everything, but what did you expect out of yourself coming into this tournament?
Oh, I expected no less than a win, because I was here for a very, very specific reason. And that is to kind of make a statement with Greco, have exciting matches, excite the crowd. Be active, right? Be active and just fight, right? I feel like a lot of times we kind of define exciting as just, scoring and flashy moves. But sometimes, I think really exciting is just a guy going out there and he's giving it his all. He's trying the hardest he can. It's something that he trained for his entire life. He puts his heart and soul on the mat, and that's our art, right? And I want to give you this little anecdote I had from a while ago. See, I just saw this this girl. This is a new craze called NFT craze, but she just made $500,000 off of a piece of art, right? And that art probably took her a couple of weeks, and she's very talented, and I'm happy for her. But my art is made on the mat, right? That the mat is my canvas, and my wrestling is my art. And this is one of the problems I feel all wrestling has, is that I feel like society doesn't value our art. There's no reason that we shouldn't be getting paid for what we're doing. And I feel like there's just not enough value attached to it, and there's not enough wrestlers that are saying, you know what, I'm not okay with this, and this needs to change. And so I just wanted to make that statement real quick there.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark, do you have something also?
Hey, Jesse, Mark Singleace from the Albany Times Union. Just one thing I want to be clear on. Now, do you go straight to Tokyo from here, or do you still have to go to Bulgaria to qualify for?
I still gotta go to Bulgaria. And I'm totally ready for that. I'm like I said, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to get all of my holes, and weaknesses exploited here. And I'm just writing notes. I'm gonna go back down, write it down, and become a 10 times better of a wrestler going over to Bulgaria.
How did your training, you could go into Shen and your training up here, how did that help lay the foundation for what you're doing now, do you think?
Yeah, so this is a really interesting story. When everything, I train out at Northern Michigan University, and when everything went down in March, it kind of, shit hit the fan, and I had to leave. And I came back home, and obviously I was a little nervous because, I don't have the same resources at home. I didn't have any partners, and that was one of the biggest concerns. And, I had to be resourceful, and I basically made this, I call it COVID-proof training. Right. I mean, this little list of things that I did, and it was working very well. I went to U23s on, the training regimen that I had, won it handily. And then I came this tournament, won this too, all off the same training regimen that I made at home. And here's the thing, I never had any partners at all, right? All I had was my coach and a dummy and maybe some ropes and a bike, right? And that's all I had, and I've been recently getting into mentoring and coaching, virtual mentoring and coaching, and I've been trying to pull people in and say, hey, I have this COVID-proof training. Anybody can continue to get better at wrestling. They don't need partners. So that's kind of something I've been trying to promote lately.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Anything else? Mike?
Oh, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's Mike from the Gazette again, Jesse. Just one quick extra one. So you have COVID-proof training, but what will you do between now and May to maintain your training? Will you just keep doing that, or will you have an opportunity to actually go against guys just to work out and practice?
Yeah, that's a good question. I might have a couple opportunities, now that USA Wrestling is backing me a little bit more. They're like, hey, I want to take our number one guy here or there. So I might have a few opportunities here and there. But, it's really just going to be bringing back what I learned here, right? All the mistakes I made in this tournament. Yeah, there's a ton. Okay. Let me tell you, there's a ton, right? So all the mistakes that I made in this tournament, I'm taking back, going to the drawing fixing them, religiously working on my technique every single day, in my basement at home. That's really going to be, what I see in my future working up to Bulgaria, analyzing my opponents, seeing what their attacks are, seeing what their weaknesses are, everybody in my weight class, my coach. I believe in my coach. I believe in my team. My dad is my coach, and he's been there since I was a kid. And I have a small team. It's just my family, right? But you don't need a large team in order to be a good wrestler. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Great. Mark, anything else on your end?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, great. Jesse, thanks so much. Go get it for us in Bulgaria, please.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Great.
Thank
Mark and
you.
Mike, thanks so much, guys.
Yep.